just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is TJ Logan to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit!
Here's Patty. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Petty now. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Over! Watch you now, Barney!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills have taken the early lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 72 yards.
Move. Hey.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
380.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist. When you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
380.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
Gun! Back. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dewan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going?
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And they're running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catchability, rack it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at the 45. Now Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 17-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest...
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Absolutely. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on.
Leopard! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Bortles now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Bortles now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
11B. Set. Green 80. Green set.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A first down carry down for Yeldon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Green 80.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Throwing is Bortles. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Shaq Lawson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Lucy. Green 80. Green 80.
Here's Bortles to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will not get a chance. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey.
Bortles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Bortles. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Bortles. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Williams in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Green 80. Lucy. Green 80.
Throwing now is Bortles. And the pressure gets to him again. Starlatulele in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
380.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Bortles now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From midfield, here's Bortles. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They run with Logan. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here's Patty. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Petty now. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Jacksonville was 3 of 6 last year on two-point attempts. Only the Eagles went more often. But the Jags are going here. And his pass, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Gone! Over!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Over!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watching now, Barney.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be third and 13. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's able to get it out of there. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now a play fake. Bortles. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way through contact. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Check 50.
Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. A big 30-yard play on third. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Over. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You got him. You got him. I'm going to hit you.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Bills on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Jaguars on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to let it fly. But it's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. He's back to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully, and I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner, but you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bills, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.